What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up the master-slave function with your Pixel hybrid bar. So let's say we want to have control over multiple lights, but we don't want to use a DMX controller. We can use the master-slave function to do this instead. So for this setup, I want to take my lights here and I want to choose which one I want to use as my main light. So for today, I'm gonna go with this light right here as my main light and this light right here as my second light. So just like we did for the wireless DMX setup, we're gonna be using the wireless DMX grouping to get these lights to communicate together. So now they're set up to different wireless DMX group, so I'll want to set them to the same group. So I'm gonna use the blue group for today, just like we have on our first light here. So I'm gonna go to my second light and press the button until it hits blue. And remember when we turn on our lights that the first mode that it's set to is the DMX address mode. So now they're both set to the blue group, but they're not doing anything right now. And this is just because we have the light set to the default mode, which is the DMX address mode. If I go to my master light right here and I switch it to a different mode, so say one of the auto modes, for example, you'll then see that the master light is flashing red while the slave light is flashing green, letting us know they're connected, and now they're doing the exact same thing. And any changes that we make to the master light will also follow the slave light. So if we went to a different mode, for example, the slave light starts to follow the master light. And if I want to make any more changes for my string of lights, I can go to the master light and switch it to any mode or color, or I can even use the included wireless remote. If you are going to use the wireless remote to make your changes, we actually recommend that you do an additional step. So what we're going to want to do is turn off the IRCL on all of our slave lights so that the master light is the only one that can interact with our remote. The reason why we include this step is so that when we have our remote pointing to our string of lights, it doesn't accidentally switch one of these slave lights, which will set everything else out of sync. So again, we're gonna go to our slave lights here and press the menu button until we get to the IRCL menu. Then we're gonna press enter to adjust this setting and use the up or down button to set this to off. And then we'll press enter again to save that change. So now if I take my remote and point it towards my master light to make any changes, you'll see that the slave light will follow. And because we turned off the IRCL for our slave lights, I can take my remote and point it at my slave light and nothing happens, which is good because this way it won't fall out of sync with my master light or any other light in our chain. Another way we can set up the master-slave function is by using the DMX out on our master light to plug into the DMX in on our slave light. So to make that connection, I'm going to take my DMX cable and plug the male end into the DMX out on my master light, then plug the other end into the DMX in on my slave light. So this way we don't need the DMX channel grouping to link our lights together. So now I can go to my master light here and make any adjustments or changes, and then the slave light will follow. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up the master-slave function with your Pixel hybrid bar. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.